How's it going, people who can't answer back because this is a video? Time for some hangout content, you know, where I'm going to tell you a bunch of the movies that I bought in the past month or so. I haven't done a video like this in ages simply because I haven't been buying anything. But I've gone op shopping the past few days, or to the thrift stores, as the Americans say. I'll just translate it for you. And I bought like a bunch of shit. And I'm going to go through categories. First up, new to me, Blu-rays. The first movie I bought is American Made, which is a movie that I only watched for the first time like a month or so ago, and I'm like, damn, that's a pretty good movie, and so I bought it. And I know what you're thinking, if I watched it before I bought it, you know, where'd I watch it? Obviously streaming. Yes, I'm very much for streaming and physical media. I like both, and if I like a movie enough, I want to own it, and so that's what I did. I think American Made is great, and yeah, obviously I have a bit of an addiction, so yeah. Then next up, and this is probably the very best buy in terms of value that I did lately, but it's for a movie that I don't even like, and it's Fast and the Furious 9. I don't really care about this movie all that much. I think it's kind of bad, to be honest. It sort of disappointed me. I don't know, not that much, because it's like you can't expect too much from this franchise, but I don't know. Number 9 just took it way too far into the stupid realm, and I really didn't enjoy it very much. But I got this for literally $2. Like, it was a real steal. I kind of felt bad leaving the shop. But this is worth, like, what? Like $30 from the proper entertainment stores and stuff. So, yeah, I definitely wasn't going to say no to that. This was definitely, yeah, one of the best buys that I did recently. Then there was Men in Black 3, which I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I think that maybe this might be my favorite Men in Black movie. It's all about, like, time travel and shit, and it's really fun. I only watched it for the first time recently, so I got it. I got it. Then next up was the Ghostbusters the trilogy. It says all 3 films on the front, and that includes the original 2, and then the 2016 abomination. You know, is it that bad? I don't know. Everyone kind of hates it. I don't really like Ghostbusters all that much either way, so I didn't feel like it was a huge betrayal. I didn't really like the 2016 movie, but I didn't really like any of the Ghostbusters movies that much. Afterlife is my favorite Ghostbusters movie, so I don't know what that says about me, but yeah. So in saying that, look, am I gonna watch this all that much? Probably not. Maybe never. I don't know. But it was $6 for 3 movies on Blu-ray, and it's cool to add to the collection and stuff. Maybe you view that as a waste of money, and you're probably right. But I got it. I thought it was kind of cool. So yeah, now I own that. Then next up is this movie that I watched for the first time called Lakeview Terrace, which is basically about Samuel L. Jackson being like this corrupt cop as he terrorizes his neighbor played by Patrick Wilson. And basically it's like this egotistical duel between the 2 great actors in this kind of cheesy 2000s thriller movie and whatever. I don't know if this movie is like highly respected, but I actually think it's legitimately fantastic. Speaking of movies that I really enjoy, but apparently other people don't, comes Gangster Squad, the 2013 movie that apparently everybody else in the world hated but me. And fuck you, Gangster Squad kicks ass. I don't know what everyone's talking about when they kind of give this movie shit. I reckon it's fun. Like, is it pure cinema? No, but it's fun. I don't know. It's just cool. It's like, I don't know. People go too hard on things sometimes, I feel like. Things can just be fun without having to be like pure masterpieces. I feel like people do know that because the MCU is flourishing, you know? It's doing fantastically. But then with other movies, it's like, I don't know. People need to rewire how they judge things sometimes, like preemptively. I think people expect certain things from certain things, and it's like, I don't know. Other movies apart from the MCU can be just popcorn fun. You know? Then next up is this movie called Carnage, which is basically about the parents of these troubled kids who get into a fight. And basically the parents plan to meet up to resolve the conflict, which fails terribly as they just get into this massive argument. The whole movie is set in this one room as they just argue, and it's kind of glorious if you ask me. I think it's fun and entertaining and kind of interesting how they deal with the conflict and everything. I think it's a pretty fun movie. Then next up is this one called Before I Fall, which I have to admit, I don't really remember all that well. I don't really remember what this is about all that much, but I do remember liking it quite a bit, and so I got it. It's got something to do with her dying, and then she's like a ghost going through her memories or something, time travel, something. I don't know, something like that. I like it, whatever, I don't know. It's got Zoe Deutch in it, the actor from Not Okay, that new movie, which I also thought was fantastic. That has nothing to do with anything, but I just thought I'd mention it. Okay, so the next category that I've got here is pretty short. It's just 2, but first up is Punch Drunk Love, which I actually think is a really fantastic movie. I only watched this for the first time as well, but I got like this special edition, you know, collector's case and stuff. It came in this slipcover and everything. I don't know. I think it's kind of neat, and I got it for $2, so that's like pretty damn good if you ask me. Speaking of though, this is Paul Thomas Anderson, right? And I always used to get confused between him and Wes Anderson, and let's be honest, still do. But I've come to the conclusion that I don't like Wes Anderson very much. Like, I like the Grand Budapest Hotel, but like beyond that, I don't really like Wes Anderson very much. But Paul Thomas Anderson, I like quite a bit, and this might be my favorite of his. Then next up is this movie that I have not seen. This is the 2015, I believe, movie of Macbeth. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it because I haven't actually seen it, but I'm sure it's fine. I don't know. I got it for $3. I don't know. I'm an addict, okay? Okay, so the next category here is unfortunately the biggest, and I say unfortunately because these are upgrades. So basically, these are movies that I already owned on another type of media, but wanted to upgrade to either Blu-ray or in the first case, 4K. So yeah, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's kind of a rough series, I have to admit. They've kind of made some terrible decisions all the way through. It's plagued by many things. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I can say about it, but I do think that the first one is quite good. I like the first one, okay? It's kind of nostalgic. It's got the Harry Potter feel and everything. You know, there's bad decisions like, why'd you get rid of Colin Farrell? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? And then there's like this weird thing where they kill Ezra Miller's character, and then they like bring him back for the second one or whatever. And, you know, Ezra Miller's a whole freaking thing as well, so yeah, there's a lot of kind of funny issues, I guess, when it comes to the Fantastic Beasts series, but the first one is pretty good, and I'm happy to have another 4K. This is my third 4K that I have in general, like ever. The only other 4Ks I have are for Batman the Killing Joke, that 2D animated movie that came out a few years ago, as well as Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is another movie that apparently everybody in the world hates, but I liked. It was like this weird, creepy, haunted house movie with dinosaurs and shit. I thought it was kind of rad. Anyway, yeah. Next up is Dead Silence. This is a film by James Wan. This is after he did Saw. It's either his second or third film. This and another movie called Death Sentence both came out in 2007. I'm not sure which was first. But yeah, this was kind of one of the early works of James Wan, and it's pretty awesome. Like, I'm not absolutely in love with it like I am some of his other work like Saw and Insidious, but there's definitely a lot of charm to this one. I like it quite a bit, as it's all just about like creepy haunted dolls and stuff, and the legend of Mary Shaw, who rips your tongue out if you scream, or something like that. Yeah, look, I don't think it's James Wan's best work, not even close, to be honest. It's probably one of my least favorites of James Wan, to be honest, but even James Wan's worst is pretty damn fantastic. Then next up is 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is a movie that I mostly really love, except for the ending, which I won't spoil here, but I quite hate the ending of this film, but I don't think that that exactly takes all of its merit away. I still think it's pretty damn fantastic, and I definitely thought it was worth owning on Blu-ray, as well as DVD, which I already had. Then next up is District 9, which I got in this kind of pretty slipcover thing or whatever. It looks like it's one of the earliest Blu-rays, because it's like 5 times better picture quality. It's like really trying to sell you hard on that, and that's a little tacky, but like, I don't know, it's kind of nice. And this is a really fantastic film, so I don't regret buying it at all. By the way, if you ever listen to my mate Pete Abeta from the Middle Class Film Class podcast, he hates slipcovers, especially when they have the exact same cover as the actual thing. So he wouldn't be a fan of this. I don't know why I'm telling you this. It just came to my mind. Anyway, the next up is John Wick. John Wick and John Wick 2. The first 2 John Wicks, and now I own all the John Wicks on Blu-ray because I've got 3 up here. John Wick, though, is a series that, look, I think they are fantastic. I think they're really fun. I think the choreography and all that kind of stuff is definitely amazing. But John Wick has always kind of been a film that I wish was a one and done. I kind of wish that it was just that original film that was really, you know, original. And I just wish they kind of stopped there, because it felt special to me, and now they keep making these sequels. They keep expanding the world. They keep explaining the assassin world and all that stuff. I don't really care about that. I just care about watching John Wick kick ass, be a badass and stuff. That's kind of all I want. Maybe that's shallow. I'm open to admitting that. That's fine. But all I really want from John Wick is just like the silly, fun action stuff. And I think the first one was the best at the action and was the best at the emotion as well. I think it's by far the best of the John Wick films, but I should stop talking shit because they are all pretty great. The first one, though, feels personal to me, because the first one was this movie that I went to go see in cinemas. I remember back in the day, I went to go see this movie called John Wick that nobody else was talking about. I hadn't really heard too much about it, and I thought it was fucking amazing. I loved it so much, and I'm like, why isn't anybody talking about this? And then everybody kind of caught up, and everybody did talk about it, and now it's like this giant, massive cinematic universe and all this shit, and they're making more and more sequels. They're making a 4th and everything, and I'm just kind of like, damn, I wish they kept it to that first one. But They're still fun, so I should stop talking shit. Then next up, I got Fast and the Furious 6, and I'm really starting to lose track of which ones I have, because I already have most of them on DVD, except maybe the last few, like 9, but I have that on Blu-ray now. But yeah, so I got 6, I didn't have 6, and I got it. Now I have it! But, funny story, I also got Fast and the Furious 5, or Fast 5, or whatever the hell we're calling it. A funny story about that, because I already owned it on Blu-ray. So that basically means that I bought this movie 3 times now. I got it on DVD, then I got the upgrade on Blu-ray, then I got the upgrade on Blu-ray again. I'm a dumbass, is the conclusion to that. Then there is Hacksaw Ridge, which I think is a phenomenal film. This is about Desmond Doss, played by Andrew Garfield, as he's this pacifist, but also a war hero. And it's also really violent, and I just think it's a pretty amazing film. Then there is Zootopia, which I think is one of the best animated films out there, as it explores like racism and all this kind of stuff, but it's also, I don't know, cute and funny and stuff. It's just a really clever movie. Then there is Finding Nemo, and you can ignore the $25 price tag right there on the front, because I actually got this for $2. So yeah, clearly this is like brand new and everything, and this is a childhood classic. Definitely happy with that one. It's definitely worth the upgrade. I've had the DVD for many years. It was about time that I upgraded. Then there is Batman Under the Red Hood, which is maybe my favorite Batman movie, and I'm talking including the live action stuff. Under the Red Hood is simply amazing. I love how it kind of comes into question when it comes to Batman's one rule and how he will not kill. I love the moral dilemmas that this film brings up, and it kind of questions and challenges Batman's morals. I think it's a really clever film, and I think that the Red Hood character himself, voiced by Jensen Ackles, is just really, really fantastic. Probably one of his best performances, you know, after The Boys and Supernatural, obviously. Then there is a Nightmare on Elm Street, the 2010 remake, which is very unpopular. Robert Englund isn't in it. People hate this movie very much. I don't hate it that much. Look, I think that it does get a lot of hate and it deserves some of that, but I don't think that it's that bad. So, you know, will I watch this all the time? Look, probably not. Will I watch it from time to time, occasionally, you know? Yeah, probably, and I thought it was worth buying. I don't hate this movie as much as everybody else, but I can definitely understand. It's nowhere near as good as the original. But is it as good as some of the kind of bad sequels? Maybe. The next up is Paul, the Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movie, but not directed by Edgar Wright, so it's not quite as good as some of their other movies, but it's still pretty good, and Seth Rogen is in this as well. He's the voice of the alien, you know, Paul. And I don't know, it's just this comedy. It's just this sci-fi comedy that's pretty good. I like it okay. Mainly though, I got it for the cover, that comic book style cover. I'm fucking in love with these sorts of covers. They came out like a few years ago. I don't remember how long ago exactly, but there were like quite a few of them for like lots of different types of movies and everything. And I wish I had gotten more. The only other one that I own at the moment is for, I'll just get it out quickly, for Wanted. This is the only other one that I already own. And I'm kind of sad about that. Honestly, if I could upgrade every single movie that I own to having these comic book looking covers, I would. I wish all of my movies looked like this. I just think that they are beautiful and just fucking cool as hell. But obviously they didn't make these sorts of covers for every movie. I would like to get more. Next up is Predator, which is a movie and a franchise that I don't love quite as much as a lot of other people do. Like, Prey just came out fairly recently, and I thought it was cool, I thought it was fun, but I didn't quite love that as much as everybody else either. But you know, Predator is definitely a movie that I want to own. I think it's a classic. There's so many great lines in this film. You know, "You're one ugly motherfucker." That's the worst fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger ever. But yeah, great lines, fun film. I do like it, just maybe not as high on it as some other people are. Then next up is TV. So first up, and this is going to sound kind of random, but I got Breaking Bad seasons 1 and 3. I already have 4, 5, and 5 part 2 or whatever. I just say it's 6. I think there are 6 seasons of Breaking Bad. That's a hot take, I guess. Everyone's like, no, there's 5, but it's in 2 parts. It's fucking 6. I already had 4, 5, and 6 on Blu-ray, and I already have them all on DVD. But yeah, I'm upgrading them, and now all I need is 2 to have them all on Blu-ray, which I'm stoked about. And this is definitely worth buying again on Blu-ray and stuff, because this is definitely something that I'm, gonna be rewatching. Breaking Bad is by far my all-time favorite show. By far. It is absolute perfection. I love it very much. And I found both of these for $5 each. So that was pretty good. Then next up is this TV show called Harper's Island, which I actually have not seen, but my wife has recommended it to me massively. Because apparently it's like this slasher whodunit type of thing where these people are getting taken out on this island, and it just sounds kind of fun. I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty keen to watch that, to be honest. Then next up is Black Mirror. I've never owned any Black Mirror on DVD or Blu-ray or anything, and I think that these are maybe fairly rare out there, to be honest, because I haven't really seen them all that much either. And I don't think that they made beyond seasons 1 and 2, which this is. This is Black Mirror The Collection, which are the original English BBC or whatever it's called seasons, and there are some really fantastic episodes in this. I think my favorite season of Black Mirror, unfortunately, is when Netflix in America kind of took over with season 3. Season 3 I think is my favorite, but seasons 1 and 2 has some classics in there as well. I just think that it's such an amazing, clever sci-fi show. Kind of blows you away every single time, and yeah, I definitely thought this was definitely worth owning. I got this for $4, so you know, who can complain about that? Then next up, I was so happy to get this. It is Dexter season 8, the final season, but we know it's not really the final season anymore. I was just really happy to get this because although I also have Dexter's like blood slide box set type of thing, but I've also got the individual seasons all together as well. I was only missing 8 and now New Blood, which I don't have yet but will get. But yeah, now I have 8. I was looking for this for ages in op shops because I didn't want to pay full price because I'm cheap. I got this for $4 and I am just really stoked about that. I've been wanting this for a long time. I have all the individual seasons of the original series now, and I'm glad about that. I'm just really stoked about that. I think that's awesome. And the next category are VHSs, because me and my wife have actually started collecting VHSs, not because we intend to watch them, not because we have anything to play them off anyway, just because aesthetically they're cool as hell. Don't know what else to tell you, but first up is Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, which I have to admit is not my favorite Batman movie by far. I actually don't like this quite as much as some of the other people, but like huge fans of it. But you know, I definitely think it's just cool owning. It's just so fucking cool. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just really cool. And then next up is The Iron Giant, which I was really stoked to find as well, because this is definitely a childhood classic. And I kind of feel like this is a movie that we all kind of secretly loved when we were children, but like nobody else knew this. It kind of felt like this weird secret where we have suddenly realized only recently in the last few years that apparently we all kind of loved The Iron Giant. It's a very popular movie that a lot of people liked when they were a kid, including me. Definitely a childhood classic that I'm glad I own. I think that's awesome. And since this is kind of a cult classic, like it didn't fully succeed when this first came out. I think it was a box office bomb, actually, to be honest. But yeah, since it's like a cult classic and kind of gained its status a bit later, I was like, is this worth something? And no, it's not. It's not worth anything, damn it. But it's still cool owning and I don't regret it at all. Hey, it's another day. I'm just adding this in quickly because the video wasn't up yet and I got more stuff. So first up is a couple upgrades of Blu-rays. The Hateful Eight. I think that this is a really great Tarantino film. A lot of people don't like it as much as others for some reason. I think it's pretty great. Yeah, I don't know. I like the whole one location kind of thing. Everything boils up in tension and stuff. It's a fun movie. It's too long, but I don't know. Then I got Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. The original trilogy, all in one little case like this for $12, and I thought that was pretty awesome. I have all the others on DVD, but yeah, I thought that was worth getting. I've been wanting to get these on Blu-ray for a while, so yeah, that was cool to find. Then for some reason I got this rock movie, San Andreas. I don't really like it all that much or anything. I don't really know why I got it, to be honest, but it was $1. So I'm like, yeah, it's a Blu-ray for $1. I'm gonna get it. so I did. I already have this on DVD. I don't even know why I have it on DVD either. It's a fine movie. I don't really know. I don't really care about it. Then there's the Jungle Book 2016 remake, which is another movie that I don't care that strongly about, but it is pretty good. And yeah, and I got that for, I don't know, $1 or something as well. Then there is the original Sleeping Beauty. I say original, but there's only one, isn't there? The 2D animated one, Disney, obviously. Another one I don't feel that strongly about. Then I got Just Mercy, just on DVD for $3. This is a movie I do feel pretty strongly about. This is fantastic, and it's gone completely under the radar. It's about a man on a trial for something that he may not have done. I don't remember all the details, so yeah, but I do remember that it very heavily moved me, and all three of these actors are awesome. Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan, and Brie Larson is in it as well, who is always in fantastic stuff. She gets so much hate online, and frankly I'm sick of it, because just please watch Room, please watch what's it called? Short Term 12. Please watch, I don't know, any other number of good movies that she's in. She does more than just Captain Marvel. Then there is Hide and Seek, which I watched for the first time kind of recently, and it's okay. I feel like all these are okay. I didn't have that good a day of finding movies in op shops and stuff, but yeah. I got that for $1, so whatever. Then there's the Darjeeling Limited, I think is how you say it. Wes Anderson, who I don't love. very much at all. This movie is fine. So yeah, I just feel like I'm saying that all these ones are just fine, but whatever. Then there is a movie that I don't remember that well, but I remember me and my wife like somewhat. What's your number? Got this for $1. Then another movie that I do like quite a bit, there is Bombshell. I don't really know the real people behind this one. I don't know. I'm Australian, so I didn't particularly know these people, if that makes any sense. I'm not familiar with the news anchors in America. But still, a very sympathetic film that it was really interesting to watch, even if I'm not really that familiar with the people or the story or anything, if that makes any sense. And then last up, I just thought I'd chuck this in there because I did get it. My wife got it. My wife got me the new Saints Row reboot on Xbox One. Apparently it's atrocious, according to a lot of people, but a lot of people are saying that it's like kind of a throwback. It hasn't advanced gaming in any way. It just feels like this shitty old game that you would get on Xbox 360 back in the day. But it kind of sounds appealing to me. I like Xbox 360 games, and I don't know. I've loved all the Saints Row games and everything, so I'm pretty excited to play this. I haven't played it yet, and yeah. And that's it. Those are the little updates. I'll jump back to past me now. Goodbye. And that's it. That is everything that I bought in the past month or so, whatever it is. And yeah, I'm obviously never gonna stop collecting. I love my physical media. And so yeah, I just want to continue making videos like these when I do actually buy stuff. I haven't bought stuff for a while before, but you know, I'm getting back into it again. And it's fun. And I love doing it. And I don't know, me and my wife go out, make a day of it, buy stuff. I buy this stuff, she buys books. And it's fun. I love it. Wouldn't trade it for the world. And that's all. Those are the things that I bought and everything. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go. Do the things, please. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that shit. And I'm outie. Goodbye.